is no indication of where you are going. And this seems to go without needing to be said, but we do have to go into it a little deeper. So in the previous videos, I spoke about how the moment we are born into this world, we are given a name, we are given a gender, we are given a race, we are given all of these identities. And these identities are what the world uses to sort of bound the Spirit of God, right? Because your true nature was created in Genesis 1 when God spoke and said, "Let us make man in our image." Your true nature is spirit, and that is boundless. It does not have these identities that we identify with in this world. And so when it comes into this form, it is now restricted. And it is up to us to decide how much we want these restrictions to decide who this boundless entity is, right? It's up to us to decide how bound we are by it. Because the God of this earth, the God of the heavens and the earth, is abiding in each and every one of us. And we know that that God cannot be quantified into a being, into a simple human being. And so these identities that we have held on to so closely in this world, that we have gatekept, has held us bound from operating as we are supposed to. The God of the heavens and the earth is desiring expression, but he cannot do so with beings that have restricted themselves to what they are expected to do. For instance, in this world, there are certain characteristics that we say that women are supposed to have, and we say men are supposed to have. And we bound our human beings to this so closely that we are looking at a movement now where people are uprooting these labels, and we're saying it is not a move of God, it's a move of the world. But no, it is indeed a move of God, because who their true being is cannot be limited to either saying you are a woman or you are a man. You do not have any of those identities in your true nature. And so what we are seeing people say is, "I've never felt like a boy. I've never felt like a girl." How is that even possible? When did God say what a boy or what a girl is supposed to feel like? These are all characteristics that the world said and has bounded people so that they were not able to express the God in them. We see the nature of this world as what is godly, instead of seeing it in rightful eyes as what is bounding us from what is godly. God has no bounds for how we operate. The nature of the world is one such that it desires to be the authority over us. And we have allowed it to be so much that we cannot see God in our own selves. We fight how God desires to express himself in favor for how the world dictated how we should express ourselves. Determining your gender and being so bound by it has caused misery to many of our children. We have bound our children to these characteristics the world has said each of them should possess, when really we should see what God has placed in them for them to possess. Intuitively, we come to this world as we are. And then, unfortunately, we are told it is wrong. The form you are in is not supposed to present itself that way. And that is how we find confusion. We do not allow the God within each individual to decide how he expresses himself in them. And instead, we tell them how they should express themselves. And we have quieted the God for the entire earth, for all to desire the accolades of the world, for all to desire to be who the world says they should be. But we are seeing an uprooting of this entire system. We are seeing people who are refusing to be labeled. We are seeing people who are refusing to be limited. We are seeing people who are refusing to submit to the agenda of the world. And we are grateful that they are brave enough to express the God that is in them, despite how much the world may not desire it for them. We are grateful for their sacrifice. We are grateful for their trailblazing. And we stand with them to bring what God desires to bring in this earth. Believe it. We were never supposed to be bound by these characteristics of man or woman, black or white. We were never supposed to be. And the moment we let that go is the moment we can freely move as God has called us to move.